This is a Bluetooth keyboard from Jellycomb. Okay, so coming in from Jellycomb is the foldable keyboard with touchpad. This is a little Bluetooth keyboard that I've decided to pick up because of DeX on the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. It's a pretty good system, and being able to have a keyboard and a trackpad all on one Bluetooth connection really makes a sensible solution for, portable office style things. It costs $22.99 on Amazon.co.uk and free delivery if you're a Prime subscriber. And it has it's a foldable keyboard, supports multi-function keys F1 to F12 to simulate mouse function. Foldable keyboard with multiple function touchpad and LED indicators, ultra thin portable design, compatible with Windows, iOS and Android. Now it's made by Jellycomb, and I've had a look at a couple of their things in the past, and I've been really quite impressed by it. They do seem to make very quality products at a very, very low price. Scissor key, useful. A wireless 10-meter radius, a touchpad and triple fold, so it gets really small and gets put away. My tablet mate, it's called. Okay, so it's actually larger than I expected. We get a little foldable keyboard and touchpad user manual and a micro USB cable for charging. Fairly cheap quality feeling, but you probably have dozens of these anyway, and you'll use something else. I can't even imagine this black cable will come off. So the main event. This is it. It's plastic. It's a sort of metal effect plastic, and straight away I'm feeling some movement here, which I'm not too fussed on. It doesn't feel like it's going to survive too long thrown in a bag, but we'll pass judgment once something happens. We have a hinge here which is rubberized. And there's bits of metal up here and two metal screws in here, very small metal screws. We have rubber feet here to avoid scraping on a table, and indeed on the other side. There's another hinge here, or maybe that's just a cable-y type affair to connect this to that. And we open her up, and we have a full QWERTY keyboard with a little dinky touchpad on the side, which is exactly what I wanted. You can see that it does hang a wee bit at the edges, which is a wee bit annoying, and the spacebar seems to be divided between the two. That doesn't quite compute in my mind as to why they did that. They could have just had that one spacebar there, but I guess people would have griped then that the spacebar is too small or something. It does feel like it needs to be tightened up just a little. It feels loose on the edges, which is a wee bit of a shame, but I guess whenever you're setting it down flat, you're not going to notice that, and then you just do that when you're done and throw it in your bag. Along the top we have the charge area. We have an on button and an off slider, or on-off slider. Okay, so right, yes, got you now. We have an on-off slider. That must be the Bluetooth button for making a Bluetooth connection. And then that's about it around the outside. So if we turn her on, we have a little blue light that pops up there. There's a battery indicator there, which isn't telling us too much. And we have, I guess that's a caps lock light. Maybe the battery is a bit low, because maybe we have to hold that in. Yes, okay. To pair. Right. Okay, so we are going to use this tablet here because it does have a bit of a decent stand that you can see. And we're pairing with the Bluetooth keyboard. Okay, so that's us paired. Having a quick look at the instructions, it does say that the Bluetooth light will twinkle whenever it's found its match mode. So it was twinkling there, not flashing, twinkling. There's a bit of a difference apparently. So now we have a mouse pointer on the screen of the tablet, which is very good. We can change our fonts and things like that. And title. So we can type in here, hello. And I'm going to take it over here and try and type something really quickly to see if it drops any characters. Maybe that was bad typing, because I've just noticed that the T and the V are actually really small. They're cut off because of the main fold in the keyboard. Right, so typing is okay, but I keep hitting here whenever I go for the T or the V, which is a bit of a pain. And you can see that I've managed to, as I type "What's up, Tiger Lily," the "What's" is missing a T. So going across the keyboard, we have all kinds of interesting symbols. Because this is compatible with a couple of different operating systems, it's got to have a bunch of different commands that it can send across. So we have all of these, like the to button there has inverted commas, an @ sign, and then a function, to, and all. So maybe that's select all on a page, and then copy and paste maybe, and cut. Then we have some media buttons here as well for track back, play pause, track forward, volume off, volume down, volume up, lock, and delete. So we can use our function buttons to get extended functionality out of some of the buttons. And we can switch it between modes, so iOS, Android, and Windows. And then we have a pipe, a backslash, and a function, home, page up, page down, and end. And then over here we have a home button, which isn't an Android home button, but perhaps it's just a universal symbol for home. And then we have a right angle thingy. I can't remember what it was called, but there's underneath that there's I think that's a tide, isn't it, or a tilde, and then an apostrophe up there. So, and a pipe as well actually. So that mustn't be a pipe. That's the pipe up there. So yeah, there's a bunch of different symbols. Over here we have the hash, which has two circles with a line up and a diagonal line. Then @ inverted commas and apostrophe are here as well. We had an @ up over there. So yeah, buttons do seem to be kind of all over the place. We've got a plus minus there and a sine cosine or something. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a calculator function. Who knows? Alt GR and options and commands. There's tons of different things, but it's, yeah, we can do, as there's no mouse function, we can flip between by using gestures and things like that, obviously. And I noticed in the foldable, notice in here there is a product feature thing which tells you how to do all kinds of other shortcuts, like copy and paste and things, and touchpad functions. So we have one finger click is the left mouse click, two finger slide is the mouse wheel, three finger click is the Windows and S combination to open Cortana. I can't imagine too many people are going to do that. Three finger slide up is the window tab combination. Two finger click is the right mouse button, and you've got two finger stretch is zoom. So to be entirely honest, using something like this is on various different tablets and environments. They've built in an awful lot more than you would expect. I was using a keyboard and mouse on a Nvidia Shield TV, and I was having trouble actually managing to do things through Chrome desktop, because you've got three different environments there all rolled into one, and it was really difficult to, I think it was right click, and and I wasn't able to do it just the traditional way, whereas this probably would be able to do that. So it has its uses. I'm a bit dubious about the build quality. There is some magnets there actually that allows you to keep it shut whenever you close it, which is almost useful. They fall apart quite easily, and it's nice that it has a slidey on-off button. That's fairly good, and being able to close it means that keys can't be pressed if you were to accidentally leave it on. So this looks like a fairly useful thing to have. It's fairly small. I had thought that it was actually going to be smaller, but now I'm looking at it. It's a fairly decent size, especially for throwing in the side pocket of a backpack or that kind of thing. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Check out the Tech Addicts podcast. Check out the links below for the Tech Addicts podcast. Give us a wee thumbs up if you fancy. And other than that, take care.